Hello, everybody. Welcome back. As you all know, we are here again to stitch up the shirt we cut the other day on our live stream. So, if this is something you've been wanting to create, this is something you've been wanting to stitch, here's the right time for you to come and join us together. All right. So, let's wait for one or two people to join. Today we're going to be stitching up the shirt that we cut on a live stream the other day. So I have my tools here in case I want to. So this is the shirt. I have the sleeve right there. I mistakenly went and notched the back of it, not the front piece of it. So this notch part is going to be for the back. I have my two sleeve, which I just prefer to go ahead and fold half an inch inward, press that up to lay it flat, so we'll not have to be wasting time. I have an interface. I have the lining for the back, and I have the lining for the front. I've not cut it yet. Okay, I have the front, which is one piece, okay, but I came down by 7 inches because we're not going to be adding any. You want it to be able to pass through the neck freely. And I have the back. So now what we're first of all going to do is to move the sleeve aside. We will start with the front. I'm going to have to place up the lining to the front. As you can see, I cut this shirt very big because it's an African print. All right, so I have the right side of my fabric right there. I'm going to have to go ahead, take up my lining, place up right side facing right side. The mistake I did was to go ahead and actually notch this up. I should have done that later on. So I'm just quickly go ahead now and place them up like this together. Remember, place right side of it facing right side. So I have my center right there. I'm going to make sure that this point is going to be right at the center, right? And I'm just going to go ahead. If you have much piece, like if you're having much leftover fabric, kindly go ahead and increase it up. So what I'm going to do is to pin that up. Remember, I said it is better for you to just stitch this part up, mark 025 before you go ahead and open that up. And just what I'm going to do right there is to pin it up, right? So you can see it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to arrange this up and just go ahead and pin right there. Pin. And so let me make this thing because I'm thinking that there's still time. By the time I will realize maybe there's no longer time, I'll start shouting, hey, my village people, which village people, my laziness. So I've just gone ahead and pin this piece up. I'm going to come here and just pin the lining up. You can add a stickable interfacing to your lining, okay? That part is up to you. So I've just stitched the lining of the front. I've just pinned the lining of the front. Then I'm going to go ahead and open up the back like so. I'm gonna stitch, pin the lining of it together. Okay, and I'm a pin. After pinning, I will take it to the machine. I'm gonna stitch 1/2 inch all the way round. All the way round. I'll do the same thing to the front. Once we are done stitching, we'll join up the shoulder together. Bring my machine here. I'm gonna this cold weather like this is going to kill one. I went out today. I don't know how I managed to catch cold. Yeah, I'm somebody that normally I don't catch cold because I dress as well. It's not like I'm somebody that dresses, I'm ready for the winter. I always put on a heavy jacket. People ask me, you're putting on a heavy jacket at this time? You don't know what one is passing through. So I'm gonna put this on. Sorry guys, I know I was supposed to do this later. My wound. So I'm gonna have to on my machine, check my thread, then we will start to stitch off the lining together. Yeah. Where's the right side? See, I made a mistake. I went and pinned the lining of the back facing the wrong side. Not this is, yeah, this is the wrong side. So we're supposed to place on the lining like this. Okay, sorry guys. Right side facing right side, not wrong side facing right side. Luckily I check it. If not, I will have to unstitch it. Like I said, you can why is this part? Like I said, you can add an interface into your pieces. Yeah, interfacing. I'm gonna be stitching half in, not really. When I'm getting closer to my pins, I remove them because my pins like that, I will not like to break my needle. Is it looking like that? Now I have to go ahead, take this piece and stitch, top stitch it facing the lining. just top stitch this is facing the lining. Now the next thing to do is to press this up and lay everything flat, right? So that it should be neat. I'm gonna take my lining, my front piece, place it like this. I'm gonna stitch right close. I did not pin this part up. Okay, I'm gonna have to come here. They ever giving you money for something, for you to do something, and you took the money, you ate it, and then laziness is now doing you to steal that. I see ever happen. Has it ever happened to you, friends? That's why I want to remove laziness away from me, because see myself in a situation where they say, I gave you money and you took it, you ate my money, and you're not able to sew my stuff. So if you are making an African print, okay, an African print, African fabric, Akara fabric, whatever you call it, always make sure that you cut it a little bit bigger. Sometimes you can stitch, by the time you stitch, you press it up. By the time you press, you realize is you press it up. By the time you press, you realize that actually the stuff you did press, when your client comes, he or she will put it on. By the time you put it on, you realize that it's small. Why? That's because, okay, now I'm gonna have to cut the excess that I don't need right there. Okay, alright. Normally I'm supposed to go ahead and press this part up. I'm supposed to do press it up. Okay, I'm gonna notch or trim off what I don't need right there. Right now, I'm gonna have to press it up, come back. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it to my ironing board. Right, remember we did stitch this up at the wrong side. So we advise you to notch here. Excusez-moi. I'm a notch, 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 notch. Make sure you're not cutting off your threads. Right. I'll flip now to the wrong side. I'm still checking. Okay. I'm gonna flip now to the wrong side. Like this. Cut up all like this. This part now, you can go ahead and add up a hemming gum to it, so that it should lay down flat. Okay, I'll come here and do it up. We're gonna give it a press, pressing it up to lay it flat. Then carefully remove, press up this part so that it should go inside. Remember, I said this part you should add up a hemming gum so it to stick the lining to it. So I'll carefully go ahead, press this up, making sure this part here should be well pressed to lay everything flat. Right, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and press it up to lay it flat. I'll do the same thing to the back. My iron is already on, but I have to wait for it to hold. Right. Give it a press. My neck is spinning me like this. I don't know where I kept my hemming gum. Let me go ahead and add it up to it. just separate it up into two and add it up to it. Let me add up the hemming gum and come and show you what to do next. When you're adding up your hemming gum, make sure that you're add it up with a steam iron. So, guys, the idea for us to add up the hemming gum to the pieces is because we want to be able to stick up this lining like this. You can see it's not moving, right? So that by the time the person put it, it will not be kind of claiming up. So this is what it look like at the other side. Ooh, this part here, I did not really have to send this inside. It's not bad. So we have the front press up, right? Press up and aligning the stick. So you can see this part is sticky, this other part is leaning like that, right? So this is what we have. We're going to go ahead now, join the shoulder to shoulder. My neck is really itching me. Right side facing right side. Join it up like that, but there is one thing we didn't really do it right. When I have to open this part, I make sure I place it up like this, lining to lining. I've opened it up. You can see this is the interfacing. I'm going to place it right here at the center. Make sure that I place it right there at the center. Try your best to place it right there at the center. Bring this up like this, and you're going to go ahead and stitch. But go ahead and stitch. I'm gonna have to bring like this. My pin. I'm bring this other part, open it again. Go ahead, you just have to go ahead and shit. this lining has already stick to it, so we're just going to place them up right at the center, making sure it is at the center right there. But wait, why is this one? So when I have to stitch it up by half an inch, if there's anything bigger, we have to reduce it up later on. Okay, I'll have to just cross check this part. Want it ought to be right at that center. So we're doing stitching that up by half an inch inward. We'll stitch. So we have to stitch like this. I see that the back, the armhole of the back is even bigger than the front. The shoulder is a little bit longer, but we're going to trim that later on. So this part is supposed to be stitched, making sure nothing is looking really funny around there. So I'm gonna stitch half inch. Okay. Now start stitching from here downward. Oh, I have a wound that one is not like I think I'm not going to finish today. I really wonder why the back is a bit different from the back. Go ahead now. Now the pin. Before I go ahead to trim up anything, I have to first of all cross check if everything is good. Flip this up, back. Alright, so I'm gonna have to now trim the excess that is inside, because I'm sure that everything is good, just this part. This part out. Now when we'll take it to the ironing board, we have to just press this up, but we're not going to take it to the ironing board now. I have to go ahead and just pull this up. So now I'm gonna have to trim this allowance that is kind of much here. Alright, you can see it's a different about half an inch. Okay. Alright, so we have something like this. Okay. Now I'll add on my sleeve. I always like to add on my sleeve this way. Okay, I always like to do my sleeve this way. Like I said, I made a mistake of when I was notching it, I mistakenly notched the back instead of the front. Normally, we are supposed to notch up the front, not the back. So this part is going to go here. I have notched the center, I've notched the back of the sleeve. I'm going to come here and place them up together like a stitch. You can join the side seam before you go ahead and add up your sleeve. It's up to you. We have some shortish of the normally this fabric like this add it up, just go ahead and give carefully pin that up. Carefully bring this up here. I wonder why this is much here. Okay, so I mean that I did not notch it up at the center. Let's see why this one is short. You can see. So I'm going to have to remove that. This Kataron finally catch me, yeah? So I'm going to have to push this a little bit, just here, like this, half an inch, yeah? Making sure it goes. Even if it is short, let it be shorter by at least 0.25 or even half. Because normally the shirt is bigger, right? So let's see, it's shorter by at least 0.25, which is good, right? Let me check this other side. When we are pinning the sleeve to it, make sure that everything is straight, so nothing should kind of twist it. Okay, this part I'm sure that what is being shot here is just about 0.25, which is good to go because I added about 2 inches of allowance. Then I'm going to do the same thing to this other side. I want to cross check that sleeve to see. Oh, I'm not okay. It's good. To check sleeve. Like I said, I mistakenly notched up the back instead of the front. So let's check here. I'm gonna do 1 inch. Let's see. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I did. Let's see what we have there. You know this is an African print, so when you are adding, whenever you're cutting, especially if the fabric is 100% cotton, don't make a mistake by, is this one bigger than the other one? Let me check this other one. Don't make a mistake by just cutting it the exact, or just add 2 inch. Believe me, by the time you stitch, I've had such experience that my client came, he was trying it and it became small. I was like, hey God, what have I done? I said to myself, what have I done? So from that day I learned that each time I'm stitching, I'm supposed to put it straight. Open that each time when I'm stitching an African print, I'll always add an allowance. It is better for it to be bigger than for it to be smaller. Okay, so let's check what we have there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pin that up. So let's check this other side. Check if it's going to be enough. Other side is me. Let's see. Okay, there's a little bit of allowance different here, but it's not bad. It's just 0.25. Like I said, I did added enough allowance for this shape, so I'm going to have to go ahead and cross-checking. Okay, so let's go ahead and stitch that up. See, this type of shape, my neck is itchy. My neck is really itchy. So I'm just going to start from the center of it. If there's anything looking funny, I'll adjust it. Right, so I'll stitch it up by 1/2 inch, making sure everything is good. Nothing should be kind of pulling around there. Everything should look good, I think. try as much to avoid. I'm stitching with my needle. Make sure each time you want to arrange something, your needle should be down. Okay. I will always try to open up this seam here. It should be flat. Okay, now I have to come here, this other side of it. the right time for me to go ahead and press it up to lay it flat. Okay, but first of all, as you can see, everything is really neat and good. It's neat and good. Wait, it seemed like I forgot something, my friend. You think I forgot something? Do you think I forgot something? Sorry that I forgot something. Okay, I'm gonna have to go ahead and press this up to lay everything flat. Then I come back, we'll join the side seams of it, okay? So let me go ahead, everything is step by step. No need to rush up. Okay? My neck, my neck is paining me. Oh God. Really come to life. I don't like that when there's no water inside, it's stressing one up, yeah? Guys, I'm coming. We're almost done. Let me put water in my iron so that you respect me. So we're going to be joining on the side of it. I'm going to be joining on the side. The side of it. Before we go ahead and pin up the side, remember this half inch that this stitch, right? I'm gonna have to just go ahead, open it up like that, bring it up, so this shirt, like a mistake look here. So this shirt is like this. How did I even press this up? This is facing up for that. So let's see. Okay. I'll join this up. One is going to be facing the opposite side. Or should both have face both sides. So come, bring the sleeve out together. Just like this. I folded my half inch inward, so just like this. Now, like I said, I added a lot of allowance. Lot of allowance. So so we're gonna have some opening. This part like this is gonna be open. Let's just say about don't want to make it too open. Something like this. About 7 inch should be open. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I added enough allowance for this shape. Okay. Now comes here. Now when we are actually adjusting it, because you know that it has no opening, so that the person will be able to put it freely. I don't want to see myself in such a way that there was one shape I stitched at one time. Like this part. No. Shit. There was one shit I made last sometimes backward. The client came, I was like, oh guys, I started asking myself, and I did not that time. I didn't even add any allowance. So I started asking myself, just myself. So, okay, like I said, we're going to leave a little. This one. At least 7 inch. 7 inch open from the back, or leaving 7 inch open from the back. So it's gonna have to stop. Now, the shirt is quite I don't know where I put this chalk. That's good. So the body measurement I am working with is this. The sleeve length is 10. Okay, the total length is 28. Okay. The sleeve length is 10. Let me see what I have there. If it is what I thought, which is what I'm thinking. Ah, okay. Yes. I made it a little bit longer so I can go ahead and hem this up. Alright. I was thinking that this was shorter. Anyway, this one. The sleeve length is 10. The body so the round sleeve, let me take the okay. So the body measurement I'm working with is the bust measurement I'm working with is just like my hip, yeah. So that guy is smaller than like my hip. Oh my god, I did that. So it's 38, 38, yeah, 38 here. 38, yeah. And I'll have to divide 38 into 2. So this is what we have. You can imagine the type of allowance I added to it. So let me just mark here. I'm going to mark here and I also mark here. Now from that both side, what I'm going to do, like I said, it's a free shed, okay? I did add an allowance in such a way that if he is going to put it on, should be able. So I'm going to have to add 1.5 inch from that point. So I'm going to come here from the side here, 1.5 inch. Yeah, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch. Even though this sleeve is going to be loose, so for the sleeve I'm going to take at least 2 inch because I actually remember that I added allowance to it. So it is always better for you to add an allowance for it to be bigger than for it to be smaller. Right? So remember, it's always good for you to add at least. This is what I have there. So I'm having to yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do this up. This. You know, these men like this, very soon they'll come and start saying that the shirt is small. I don't want your hala. So, like this up. I literally learned on how to add up allowances because I have some. This is it. So we're ending here. We're also ending here. For this part, we're just gonna stitch. If you remember that, we're gonna stitch here. This part is gonna have to be like this. Open. Okay. So let's go ahead. I was thinking that the sleeve was shorter, but it seems like this one is longer. So the length is 28, the length of the shirt is 28. So when I'm done, I will have to check if the length is 28, then I can go ahead now and add up a hemming gum to it. So this part up. We're gonna start stitching from here. My goodness. Go weather like this. The armhole is 19. 19, right? So this is still very perfect. I'm going to try to see if I can stitch it up like this. Right. So we'll try something. It's the way Okay. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to bring my pin. I don't want the situation where you come out from here, where I will stitch on my pins. When my machine is making nice like that, I'm sure the needle is So, as you can see, I have allowances inside because I don't want to find myself in a situation where I will not be able to explain the height. The line is 20. I don't hope that this thing is long enough to be 28, but the line is 28 because now really I will finally succeed for this one. Okay. So now, as you can see, we have enough allowance inside. What we have to do is just to trim this a little bit. She didn't have too much allowance. So here's the shirt, it's a loose shirt. I'm gonna have to come and press this up with a hemming gun, right? A hemming gun. And this part I did like this, and I guess most of you will ask me how am I going to have to just trim that a little bit. Okay, if you want, you can just leave it. When you get here, I'm gonna have to trim just about half an inch around. good for you to leave an allowance inside than not to have. I'm mistakenly cutting this part in that. Okay, guys. Now I've cut this straight here, so some of the idea was to come here and just stitch it up like this. I'm gonna have to stitch this place that I notch, then I fold it over like this inside, right? You can do it the other way if you don't want to do it this way like this. So I'll fold half an inch inward and I'll press that up. Yeah. I'll do the same thing up here. Here. Alright, and press. My neck is itchy. Itching me in such a way that God, I don't know how to drink. Some warm water. I don't even have lemon at home, so I've just made use of lemon. Oh, goodness. Making more easier like this. Then I'm gonna fold half an inch inward with the hemming gun and press. Do the same thing to the sleeve like this. And just fold half an inch. Now I'm gonna do about 1 inch for the sleeve because the sleeve is still long. The length was the sleeve was 10. What I have there is about 12 inch. So just fold this up like this and I press it up with the hemming gun and it's ready to wear. I'll come back for the final look. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and press. It's a simple shape, very simple. May have to add some elastic here. Well, add something like this just to hold it a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to add a hook. I feel like this part here is not there. I'm going to have to add something like this to hold it up here. That's just it. Okay. I'm going to press. Now is the time to ask yourself. As your village people do, say, is it time for you to press? Let's press, come back and do it for you. Right? Now I'm asking myself, my village people there. When I leave me, I will tell them, say, when I leave me, make a press this shit now. So let me teach you people what I know how to do this. So guys, you can see it's lovely, right? Beautiful shape, it's ready. I'm going to have to add up a hemming gun to it. have to get that tiny hemming gum because I don't even know if I had a tiny one. No, so I didn't have the tiny one. So I'm gonna have to come here and this. Okay, time for me to go ahead and press that up, and we are done. My battery is low. How are you? Thank you. You're very welcome, Francis. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and press the shirt on to come back. Then we'll see the outcome of it. Okay, it's done. So tomorrow I am almost done with all her project. I'm just so excited because I was thinking that I'm not going to finish this thing on time, but show that I will. Every time when I look into your eyes, yeah, I will decide who gave to me. Every time when I look into your eyes, yeah, I will decide who gave to you. Yeah, yeah. shirt is done. Okay. Uh-oh. Anyway, it's not important. This is it. The only thing now we need to do is to add something that will be able to hold it, because I just realized that it's open. Yeah, and add something from the inside that will just hook. That's just all, as you can see, right? Okay, so we did stick this up with the hemming gun. Okay, we didn't stitch that up. Obviously, I did the same thing to this other side, and here is our shirt. And I want to make this too a little bit very tiny. Anyway, I'm gonna have to add something here to be able to just hold it, so that a button that will be able just to hold it up, so that it should not be kind of just loosen up, right? That's just it. Cross check the line of it. Okay. So everything is good, perfect. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to make up the crops up. I'll call them to come and dry. So far so good. Everything is going as we planned it. So the only thing I have to add here is a small tiny button inside. That's just it. I hope that you find the tutorial helpful. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I hope to see you some other time. Bye bye. I hope to see you when I'm sewing up the crop top. Because the crop top will be sewing it definitely this week. Thank you so much. I hope to see you some other time. Bye. Bye, my beautiful people. So we've stitched the kimono, we've stitched the pants. That pant is so beautiful. Thank you guys.